Welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. We do the beer stuff here. Monstrosity time. Monstrosity time because they're gigantic beers. That's what I mean. 17.6%. I'll clue you in already. Buried Acorn. This is their Beer to Tears Imperial Stout aged in Heaven Hill bourbon barrels of Madagascar vanilla. I have reviewed this beer before. I reviewed this in the Taza chocolate variant. They were sent to me by my boy Sean. He was an assistant brewer at Buried Acorn when they originally sent him off back in 2022. He actually works at a brewery down the street now, but Tim, and Sean and Tim are still boys, so it's not weird for me to say that stuff. Tim ended up throwing a bunch of bottles in a box from, well, my buddy George was up there to bring them down. Now, these down. So we have like 6, I think, different like bottles of crazy huge Imperial Stout. We're going to run through them individually. I don't want to do side-by-sides. I did but side-by-side last time with the Taza chocolate. This is the one thing I'm going to actually have to ask him, what year are these? Because the ones that I had back from 2022, obviously, they're 2021, 2022, something like that. We're in 2024 now. So I don't know if this is a new year. It's the same beer, but we're going to review them anyway, because that one, my camera messed up, and I started recording after I opened them, so we're going to give them their all individual due. From what I remember the beers, I really enjoyed them. I think I wanted a little bit more barrel out of them, the ones that I did have. So anyway, let's dive into the sucker. Let's read some stuff first. Like I said, bourbon barrel aged stout, Buried Acorn Brewing, 17.6% alcohol by volume. There's no date that I can see on any of this stuff. They're at Syracuse, New York. I will be there on April 6th, playing a party, playing music. A little bit of a hiss on there. So I will make sure I get this and hopefully a couple other reviews up before then. Give a little bit of publicity. Spilling stuff already. Not much of a head on there, so we're not off to a fantastic start. Still, talking about 17%. Change. Kind of not expecting a gigantic head on this sucker. Okay, let's save what we can of the carb on there. So, yeah, label-wise, I actually really do dig them. Very smart, very schnazzy labels. I can get down with it as far as the beer goes. Like you said, not much of a head, or like I said earlier, and like you saw earlier, not much of a head on it. If I give it a little bit of a whirl, do I get anything back? Not so much. But you definitely get that kind of huge icky, sticky legs in the glass, and it looks all the part of motor oil. Let's get those. Man, rich, big, and roasted malts, almost like a coffee-based kind of beer. I'm getting that vanilla, but it really is. Actually, it comes off a little bit more marshmallow-like for me, but it really is the roasted malts of this beer. It's big, huge, roasty, toasty, just rich roasted malts. Like I said, kind of dips its toe in the waters of what you kind of think there's actually a big coffee dose in this sucker. And then you get this, give it a big, huge huff. I get a decent amount of chocolate. It's semi-sweet, but I think that's kind of propped up by the vanilla. But like I said, the vanilla in this really kind of morphs into a marshmallow for me. So get that roasty toastiness, you get that big, huge chocolate, you get that vanilla. The roasty toastiness could be a barrel thing in this too. It just comes off as this really rich, really dense. It looks that way too. Imperial Stout. Let's dive in. Cheers. That's nice. Listen, first things first. Wish we had more carb on this. Obviously, the way it pours, the way it looks. But at this ABV level, you can kind of get away with it, and it is doing that here. So, I didn't really even talk about Spirit at all in the nose. I don't know why it's omnipresent. There is a big bourbon character here. I was more just enthralled with the way the roasty toastiness of the beer kind of came off, and that's really the kind of leader in the clubhouse for me, at least aromatically. Definitely follows through in the taste, but everything it catches up a little bit more here. Vanilla is very much more vanilla in the taste. There still is a marshmallow kind of vibe to it, but it's very much kind of like a vanilla marshmallow combination as opposed to straight marshmallow. That roasty toastiness, definitely there in the aromatics, falls through onto the taste. But since you do get that spirit in there, you do get that vanilla propped up a little bit bigger in there, and there is a nice sweetness to it. It tempers that roasty toastiness a little bit on there. The barrel, I feel like you are getting a nice barrel char in this, so I think this is a different year than the one that was given me previously, because like I said, that was the thing that I think I was missing a bit on that beer. So if you take the carbonation from that earlier one, throw it onto this one, I think we got an ultra winner. But it's quite nice. I mean, huge in ABV. But, again, I think I remember saying this in the previous review. Creepily drinkable. Like, this is drinking way too easy for it to be something that has this high ABV in a very dangerous way. It's really just a carbonation that, I don't know if it's series wide. We'll find out. We have several of these per bottle thing. But for mine, it really is the carbonation that kind of does this. I don't say does it in, because it's still a very, very tasty beverage. Very, very tasty beer and fun one. But you give me that carbonation. I think you're talking about just bonkers world classiness, fantasticalness. Without it, still really tasty stuff. Very, very volumetrically crazy flavorful stout. Pushing 18%. Kind of expect that. So it's not like, it's like, it's nice, it drinks kind of that. No. It's giving you those malts. It's giving you that barrel. It's giving you the vanilla. It's giving you that spirit. It's just that missing carbonation is the thing that just kind of makes it just kind of lose track a little bit. At the same time, very tasty stuff. And since it is at high ABV, I think it kind of has the legs to kind of hold up to that. So yeah, very, very fun stuff. First bottle I'm popping off of this series that was sent to me. So we'll see how the rest of them go. I'm very curious. I'm not going to open one tonight. They're 17%, so I'm going to spread these out over time. I'm going to try to review as much as I can before I head up to Syracuse. And mention that now. I'll be at Buried Acorn again on the 6th of April doing playing a party, DJing. I'll be doing like some weird Euro hard techno and stuff like that. Been many years since I've done that, so appreciate the support to come by if you want to check it out. And if you dig on such things, definitely come by. I'll be playing, actually I found out I'm not playing at 5 in the secondary room. I'm playing at 6 in the main room. And after that I'll be free. So we can rip some beers together. Come on down, have a good time, hang out. So this is one of the better barrel-aged stouts that I've had as of late. It's in the conversation without a doubt. The carbonation keeps it from being Mount Rushmore status, but very, very tasty stuff. Value and availability, actually don't know. Tim or Sean or anybody else out there knows, please let me know. And leave you with, if you like what you like this, if you like big, icky, sticky vanilla stouts, even with the lack of carbonation, you'll still dig this. So there you go. Reviewing the books. Hopefully you enjoyed Buried Acorn. Have you been to the brewery? Have you had their beers? Have you had this beer? What be your favorite beer? All that fun stuff down there. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. Hopefully you join us on April 6th, 2024, in case somebody's watching this in the future. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers, y'all.